Howdy there, y'all. ₕcₐₗₑ here, and I'd like to talk to you about some of the exciting new merch items that we have over at the Flavored Enemy merch store, which you can find at flavoredenemy.com, which serves as the official website for the Flavored Enemy podcast and all the shows under that umbrella, from The King's Call to Tales of Vitore and Scourge of Stars. Whatever all of those words mean. We got all kinds of exciting merch, from t-shirts and dice to dice accessories. But two items in particular have caught my fancy that I'd like to share with you. The first of which being the ₕ hat. With this genuine polyester hat comes in three unique colors, from my signature jet black to a beautiful auburn and a nice cool khaki, whichever one allows you to rock your cowpoke style best. I won't judge, not my nature. The other item that we have that has really got me excited are the Jack and Russell plushies. These two beautiful beagle plushies let you have all the joys of having cute little beagles without the constant frustration of telling them not to dig up Jolene's yard every time we stay here. Anyway, these adorable beagle plushies, which again are guaranteed not to dig up your yard, as well as all the other wonderful items, are currently available with a 15% discount if you use the discount code CADMUS at checkout. Again, that discount code is CADMUS for 15% off your order. I gotta get going now. I have some hunting to do. But anyway, I wish you well, and safe travels, all of y'all.
The following program contains mature situations and themes and is intended for an older youth audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Flavored Enemy. Last we had left off, you all had headed to bed to get some sleep before heading out on your adventure to find the Bronze Tower. And starting off with you, Drian, currently nestled up in your bed, snug, quiet as death, as you kind of just rest there, still and motionless, partially aware of the things going on around you, and ever so oblivious to everything that's also happening. It's an absolute mixture of awake and asleep. You're not sure if where you are is a dream or reality, as you find yourself getting up out of bed, almost autonomously, and moving your way towards the door, opening it, walking through, and stepping out into a deep, dark forest. You're surrounded by barren trees, no leaves to spare. The sound of a river running off to your left. The sound of crickets chirping. The air smells like a freshly exhumed corpse. The foul stench of death, but nothing fresh, old, decrepit, and rotting. You look around and you see that there are several doors around you. You can make out 6 other doors within the middle of these woods. Could you even call them woods? There's no building that they're attached to. No inclination that they even lead anywhere, except for the fact that you just walked through one from the room you were sleeping in. What do you do?
I feel like I have agency at the moment.
Yeah, you feel like you have agency once again. Just like this autonomous feeling brought you to this area, but has now relinquished its control over you.
There are 6 doors other than the one I just walked out of, or including the one I just walked out of?
6 doors other than the one that you just walked out of, so a total of 7.
All of the doors look the same.
They do, that's correct.
Okay. I'm gonna count from left to right. I'm gonna count the 5th door, and I'm gonna walk through it.
Okay. You walk over to the door. You attempt to walk through it. And something pulls you back. Like an energy that's just pulling away at you, keeping you there. Like a magnet.
I'm gonna choose another one of the doors. Probably the one immediately to the left of this one.
Go out to it. The door appears shut. The dark mahogany wood faintly smells of dust. And the steel handle, cold. Even just the sight of it eschews a feeling of cold.
Can I open it?
You open it, and you find Anoki standing there, still half asleep.
Inoki?
Anoki, if you could roll me a Constitution savings throw, please. You wake up to the sound of your name.
Who's there?
You see yourself standing in front of the doorway to your room where you went to sleep, and Drian standing there.
What's going on?
I thought I was dreaming. You're responding, and you appear to be in your room. So perhaps this isn't a dream. Punch me.
I mean, if you insist, gladly punch you.
Alright, roll to hit.
$13.
Does that hit your armor class, Drian?
Assuming I don't wear my armor to bed. Yes.
Alright. And you take a punch right to the chest, and that'll be roll a d4 for damage, Noki.
3.
It'll be 3 damage as you take a pretty nice bruising to the chest.
Ow. Okay. Well, that felt real.
Certainly would hope so.
You hear the sound of creaking wood coming from outside the door where you were in the dark, deep forest.
What the hell was that?
Immediately into a crouch.
You hear nothing else?
I'm gonna take a step towards the
You do.
sound.
Okay, this is how people die.
I'm not going to walk all the way towards the sound. I'm not that foolish. Besides, I always sleep with a dagger under my shirt. I'm just gonna slide it out from the sleeve. If someone's gonna die, it won't be me. At least not first.
Seems like a really bad plan to sleep with a dagger on your person, but you do you, friend.
I certainly will. So again, what the fuck is going on?
Like for both of you two, can roll me a perception check, please.
A 17.
14.
Ian. You can hear the faint sound of breathing. Heavy, labored breathing, as if someone's carrying a lot of weight around.
Can I tell distance?
You can tell it's coming out of the area that you just came from. You can't really make out distance, but you can tell it's coming from there.
I sort of gesture. That's where it's coming from. That general direction.
Alright then, if you're so certain, why don't you lead the way?
Okay, alright. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna walk in that direction.
Okay?
I'll follow
I'm
you.
walking towards that direction. And I'd like for you to roll me another perception check, please.
Oh, I know what perception is, D&D Beyond. Thank you. 21.
You see a large 7.5-foot tall figure standing in the middle of the walkway where you were previously, clad in black and dark green armor, carrying a large two-handed sword made of obsidian and human bone. She takes a look at you. Looks like he's been waiting for you. His sword plunged into the dirt in front of him. Maggots spewing out of the ground underneath his feet. And the smell of putrid rot coming from all around him. What do you do?
Okay. Is Inoki's door still open?
Is
I think I'm gonna do something really, really dumb right now. I'm gonna grab Inoki, throw them back through the door.
Alright, you can go ahead and make me an athletics check, unless, Inoki, are you not going to resist?
Well, considering how sudden it is, briefly, but not quite fast
7.
enough to stop it.
Briefly kind of hesitate as you see that he lifts his sword up from the ground and places it on his shoulder and starts walking towards you. And Drian, you throw Inoki inside. Then what do you do?
Close the door.
Close the door, and you hear the footsteps coming closer. So you hear the sound of squishing maggots underneath the heavy steel boots, writhing under the weight of this massive man as he moves towards you.
Now
The stench getting stronger as it stops in front of your door.
Oh, I didn't go in the room with Inoki. I just shoved them back in their own room and closed the door.
So you standing in between the door and this massive 7.5 foot tall man
Sure I am.
staring down at you. Sword rested on his shoulder.
What do you want?
I have come just to see your worth.
And you find it to be lacking? What draws the attention of one such as you?
My mistress sent me here to your dreams, to pull you here, to test you.
Hmm. And? What do you think?
I have made my point. If you ever seek to leave the dreaming lands, you must make it out of that ruinous castle. There is a door there at the front. Should you walk through it, you will wake. But if you do not make it there, you will die in here, be it by my hand or each other's. Good luck. Takes 2 steps back, turns on the spot, and starts walking towards the castle he pointed out.
I'm gonna wait for him to get a good distance away before I try and open Inoki's door again. Oh, my legs have also just absolutely turned to jelly as soon as he turns the other way.
What in the fuck was that? Do not ever touch me, let alone throw me again. Oh, you'll be minus a hand.
Okay, friend.
Do you really think I'm joking right now?
Not even a little bit.
And yet here you are, laughing in my face.
Oh. Don't tell me you're not so poorly traveled that you don't understand the difference between being laughed at and insanity.
From my experience, they're oftentimes one and the same. Now, shall I kill you now and have one less person to worry about? Shall we find our way out of here?
Apparently the way out is through the front door of that castle. I'm gonna gesture.
Surely it can't be that simple.
Oh no. Surely not. No, we have to survive first. Whatever that means.
Good luck with that. I'm gonna take a look around. Where are the others?
You see that there are several other doors, like the one that you were shoved back in. A total of 7, including the one that you know is yours.
I suppose you've been smart enough to try these doors? Or did you just barge into the closest one and find me?
Opening other doors. Tried this one. I'll gesture to the one that I tried first. But we are both children born. We are practically kin. We should not be at each other's throats. I did not know if that thing was going to try and kill us, so I was trying to save your life. I will not do that again.
Thank you. Finally, some sense. Now, are we going to try these remaining doors? Or are we just going to do as that thing says and march toward deaths? I mean, the castle.
It will just, bow and gesture widely. Go for it. And I'm gonna go back to my door to see if I can maybe get my mace and my shield and my armor.
I'm gonna walk over to the door that isn't mine, or the one that was tried, but 2 down. Try and open it.
So you open it, and you find Zala there, currently fast asleep at a desk.
I'm going to sneak up beside him, raising the dagger I'm still gripping. Poke Zala on the shoulder. Are you alive?
Zala, you wake up to that.
What? Zala looks around, slightly curious. So, did you just ask me if I was alive?
All things considered, I needed to be certain.
Well, if I'm not alive, then this is a world like the world we left behind, both dead. Zala says, standing up and dusting herself off a little bit.
Considering you're speaking to me, I'll take that as a yes. You are alive. Get your things. We're leaving. I'll explain. Probably never. Ask the obnoxious one to do it.
Who's the obnoxious one?
The other Cauldron-born, not me.
Zala grabs her arms and discreetly, a small pool of ink that was next to her desk slithers up her arm.
If you're ready, I suggest we leave.
Suppose I am.
All right. I'm gonna try this door. You try that one down there.
So, Zala will head over to your door. So you see this standard door in front of you, and for some reason you're filled with a sense of dread. Like you're not comfortable where you are. Like your hair is on edge. You're unsure of the certainty of safety. Like at any given moment, any second here, something could spring out and just tear you limb from limb.
Zala, feeling very cautious, takes out her trident and uses the long end of it to gently pry open the door.
The door pries open and you see Ziggy in there. Ziggy, what are you doing while you're fast asleep?
Ziggy's probably in a pretty fine set of silky nighties, just totally passed out, drooling, pile of stuff very messily next to the bed.
So you see Ziggy there. What do you do?
I go over to Ziggy and I gently tap him on the shoulder, asking, Ziggy, are you awake?
I am now, as not a very common thing for coworkers to do, waking someone up in the middle of the night. What's up?
This isn't, if I were truly waking you up, would... Zella explains that they seem to be in a shared dream, and tells him to get his things, because it looks like we're trying to break our way out of the dream.
Aye. Alright. Yeah, Ziggy will start getting ready, putting on drum and hammer and gauntlets.
Right. And Drian, what are you doing?
I'm seeing if I can get my armor and my mace so that we have any kind of a chance out here.
So you walk to your room, back the door you came in, and able to walk inside and find your things. And as you kind of get over there, you're able to see through your window and see out into the outside of the tavern. And you can see Acacia out there, kneeling in front of an altar, praying to the artisan. You hear no sound, no noises of the street, no sound of carts rolling by. All you hear is the crickets and the dull water and the low rush of wind from the dark forest that you find yourself truly in. You manage to scoop up all your things and are aware that you are both here and there.
We're still short Jameson and Nito.
And Noki will go over to you as you are in front of the door. you are also filled with that same sense of overwhelming dread. Like you're just absolutely not safe. You need to hurry. That fight or flight sense really kicking in. Everything about where you are, what's going on, tells you that you need to leave now. As you find yourself in front of that door.
I'm gonna grip my dagger in one hand, bring it by my side, and yank open the door to see what lies behind it.
And you see Jameson there. Jameson, what are you looking like as you're sleeping?
Jameson is sleeping like a baby. Wide open, completely defenseless, just splayed across his bed, falling off probably both sides of it. Has no idea the horror show he's about to be awoken to. Not prepared for this at all.
I'm going to lightly kick Ziggy inside to wake him up.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll stroll in. I'll be like, "Hey, Jameson, we're in a hellscape. It's time to get up."
I'll roll out of bed onto my feet and say, "Hellscape? You said hellscape."
Yeah, it's not jail though.
It's not jail. Do we have our stuff this time?
I
look
hold up
around.
my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab my stuff up, slap it on real quick, and head out with the group. Let's get out this hellscape.
While you're doing that, I need to go back and grab something. Go without me, I'll catch up.
Yeah, and then I'll look around. Do we have everyone that I know is in our group?
There are still 2 doors
All right,
that are left undisturbed.
I'll go to the closest one that is undisturbed.
You head over to the closest one, and a fog is starting to roll in.
Hey.
And you can see that it's got this green tint to it. And the sound of dripping water all around.
I will make sure to druidcraft little gusts away from my face. I don't want to breathe that in. I'll hastily knock on the door.
Nito, give me a Constitution saving throw. Or Constitution check. Sorry.
Constitution check. Okay. There we go. That is a 14.
Okay. And you find yourself waking up to the sound of a knock at your door.
And I'm waking up. At least it appears to be the room that in the inn that I fell asleep in. Or
That is correct.
okay.
You're still in the room that you fell asleep in.
Yeah, then I'm not gonna even question it. I'm just gonna get up, kind of groggily. Nito, unfortunately, sleeps completely nude, but too tired to think about it. Just goes up to the door and just goes, who is it? I'm trying to sleep.
I'm like, I guess, a kneecap height, and I'm looking up. I'm like, oh, yeesh. All right. Hey, all right. Listen, I'm trying to be cool right now, but there's some fucked up shit going on here. You need to get your stuff, and we're on the move. We're all getting up.
Who are you? Who is this?
Look down. It's me. It's Siggy. Remember
I haven't answered the door.
Oh, sorry.
You just knocked and asked who it was.
It's Ziggy. It's Ziggy. Please. I'm like whispering through the door.
I opened
Listen,
the door.
sorry. I'm really nervous.
I opened the door. I'm like, which one of you is Ziggy? And then I looked down. I'm like, okay, yep, you, okay. Yeah. Give me just a second. Like, can I just put my clothes on, or is this like a get all my stuff kind of situation?
I think we're in full mobility here, friend. I'm thinking all the stuff.
Okay. Well then at that, Nita is going to go grab his armor, his bow, his sword, all that stuff. Make sure that he has his ocarina in a tight pouch around near him. Because that was actually the only thing he slept with. He slept with his ocarina in his hand. And he's going to go groggily get dressed, not very happy. He hasn't had a great couple of days. And he just will sleepily walk out and follow Ziggy.
All right, and as the rest of you all collectively gather, Anoki, what are you doing as they all are gathering in the middle?
Well, I've returned to my room to fetch my things. I'm gonna grab my pack and strap on my remaining daggers.
Okay. So, as you all collectively meet in the center of these doors, one door remains closed. The door that you, Drian, tried to go through first. An opening. The fog rolling in thick.
Is Alex here?
See Alex. But Acacia is also missing.
I believe we saw Acacia praying outside, right? If we looked out the window.
That would Drian's the only one that saw that.
Or Drian did see that. Okay. Yep. Right. Okay. But there's only one door. Oof.
There's only one door. Acacia might not be here. Saw her in Douglas praying out the window.
So we each had a door, and then there's an extra door?
I don't think the door is extra. Someone other than me tried to open it.
Can I go over and open the door?
Not.
You attempt to get closer to the door to open her. And as you get closer to it, it feels like an energy just pushing you away from it. Every step more difficult to get closer to it.
Can I try to poke the door from a distance using the handle of the trident?
So you are able to actually poke the door itself, but it doesn't open. The fog rolling in thicker now. Almost.
Okay, is this door the way to go, or are we wasting time?
No, we have to get out the castle. Drian is I'm gonna point at the castle.
There's
over there.
There's a castle?
Then let's go. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to die in a hellscape.
Where are we?
Agreed, but where's Alex? Didn't we? Alex was with us before bed. Alex, we went on the adventure with Alex down into the sewers. Can Ziggy try to open the door?
You can certainly try.
Sweet.
Can I throw Ziggy at the door?
You can certainly try.
Ziggy, do I have your permission to throw you at the door?
If that's what it takes.
Alright, I'm gonna get him at the door as hard as I can.
Fastball special, let's go.
Fastball special.
I aim myself for the handle.
So you throw Ziggy at the door, and as he lurches through, Ziggy, you feel a pop of energy around the door as you feel something shatter all around you as you grab onto the actual doorknob itself.
Yeesh, I'm twisting.
You twist it, and you open the door, and you see Alex there, asleep on his bed.
Oh, just asleep.
Runes all across the room, on the doors, on the walls, on the windows.
Can I make some Arcana check about that?
Certainly.
Well, it's a 9, so I don't think I'll be making much of an Arcana check about that.
You can tell that they are some form of protection rune.
Do they look like they're associated with the force that Alex is a paladin of?
You can make an Arcana check if you'd like.
I would like to. And
you can recognize some symbology of ₕ within the symbols of the runes.
okay, this might be Alex's doing. I would like to use my fly speed so I don't touch the ground in any of these, and I'll start slowly. Do you all? I don't know who's watching this. I'll turn and just say to the group, whoever happens to be there.
I think
I'm
we're
watching.
all keeping a
Can
very
we
close
make it
eye on
to
the
the door
situation.
now that
Yeah.
he's broken the bubble? Can we get closer?
Yeah,
I
you
guess
all
I'd
can
be
get
the-
closer to the door now.
Yeah,
Is
I
this-
was gonna say. I guess I'd be the one to try it with my body because I threw him in.
Is this stupid? Should we go?
Do we feel like we need to bring Alex with us?
Yeah,
I feel
Alex
like
is
there were 7
team
doors
leader.
for a reason.
The more the merrier, right?
All right. I guess I'll pick up Alex.
just not wake him, just scoop him.
Pick him up, and Alex wakes up and says, oh, what's going on?
Set him on his feet. Howdy. We're in a hellscape. I don't think it's my fault. Probably not your fault. But we got to get out.
You guys broke my runes. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. And he goes and grabs his stuff. Oh, damn it. Okay. Okay, who pulled us here?
We don't know.
I don't even know where we
A
are,
rot.
let alone how to get us here.
What, Brian?
Rot.
The rot?
We have to go.
Oh, we need to get going.
I'm with them. Let's go. Let's go now. Let's go with the quickness before anything
So,
in this place finds us.
Yeah,
so
Nito will clutch the symbol of ₕ around his neck and.
as you all move out of Alex's door, the door closes behind you, and all the doors turn to rotting rubble as they deteriorate onto the floor. The fog pulling in closer. And you hear the sound of clicking coming from in the fog near the back of you guys. Not in between you and the castle, but behind you. Where's the timer? Roll for initiative.
Oh,
Wait, roll for initiative, you said?
Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Ooh! I was gonna roll for investigation check. Okay.
oh shit. Well, at least that tracks with me being sleepy.
I know,
Seriously, how
No
did,
peace with me.
how did I get a 21? Seriously.
Alright. Nito, can I get your initiative, please?
A 6.
6. Drian?
15.
15. Jameson?
18.
Ziggy?
16.
Inoki?
6.
And Zala?
21.
All right. You hear a loud as ghouls start charging towards you all from the back. One dashing right at you, Zala. As to land a bite right onto your shin, lunging towards it. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that would hit. Yeah.
So as it sinks its teeth into your shin, ripping this flesh as it kind of tears and deteriorates at the touch of the ghoul's teeth and tongue, you take 11 damage as the blood and sinew just kind of pour out from your leg.
11 damage.
11 damage.
Do I need to roll death saves? That puts me at 0.
No, you're at 0, but you don't have to roll death saves yet. Now, Zala, it's your turn, so you have to roll death saves.
Let it be known, me asking about character creation earlier for backup character, I was kidding. Death save. Was that just a D20, basically?
Correct, yes.
The first one's a 19. So I guess it's a success.
And that brings us to the next ghoul as it lunges at you, Jameson, slapping at you with his claws. That's going to be a 20 to hit, not natural.
That's gonna do it.
It tears right across your stomach, dealing 6 damage as it tears through the gaps in the armor. You feel the blood kind of warm your inside of your body as the rest of the night air seems increasingly cold. And Jameson, that'll bring us up to your turn.
Alright. How many enemies do I see?
There are 3 ghouls that you can see currently. 2, one that just engaged you, one that just took down Zala, and the other one that's lurking in the back.
Alright. I will just swing the Justice of ₕ at him. At the ghoul that attacked me.
Okay, so you swing the Justice of ₕ as it goes.
It's a 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit as you tear right across the shoulder, all the way to the hip. And you roll damage, please.
That'll be 18 damage.
All right, you slice through this thing, cleaving it clean from right shoulder to left hip as it flails to the ground. The top half still somehow clinging to unlife as it's clawing its way towards you.
And then I will bonus action to Second Wind. Just
Okay,
to top
the
off
same
my
one.
hit points.
Alright, gotcha.
That'll give me back 6 hit points. It's making me back up to max.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Alright. And that'll bring us to the next ghoul as it starts sprinting towards you, Dran. Lunging at you right at your wrist with a paltry +3 to hit. So lunges at you and goes right past you, landing onto the ground beside you. And that'll bring us up to Ziggy.
Okay, quick question. Did we technically get a long rest before this?
You did technically get a long rest before this, yes.
Rock and roll. All right. Ziggy's going to do his first fear rage, and just start kind of freaking out. But his blush will sort of reach his ears, and he's going to rage. And I'm going to throw a javelin at the sort of half ghoul that's in front of. Actually, probably the one over our unconscious friend.
Okay.
So, throwing javelin. Oh, what? Throwing javelin. 18 to hit.
That'll hit. And roll damage, please.
Great. So 9 damage plus 2 rage damage, so 11.
Nice.
So you spear this thing into the ground. As you see the life that was left within it drains. And Drian, up to you.
So, free action. Swearing in Primordial. Just same swear over and over again.
Okay.
How far away is Zala from me?
Zala is currently 35 feet away from where you are currently.
Okay. And I had Buddy just run by me and miss, right?
Yes, he's currently on your left-hand side, prone.
Okay. Bonus action, healing word Zala.
Okay.
For 3 full hit points. And just gonna bring my mace down on this guy. And 18 to hit.
Am I in a position that I was able to observe healing word being cast?
Now you're unconscious.
I can see with it.
No.
And you're unconscious. Yeah, okay. So 18 to hit the ghoul.
Alright, 18 to hit the ghoul, that'll hit.
That is 7 damage.
Okay. You bash this thing angrily with the mace as it caves the back part of the rib cage. Still, obviously, in fighting shape. And that'll bring us to Inoki.
Fuck. I did not want to spend time dealing with these things. I'm going to slide my dagger that I've been holding into my boot and pull my rapier from the side of my bag.
Okay. And then what do you do?
Studying the battlefield for just a moment.
Mm-hmm. You take a look and you see that Drian has one ghoul on them and is currently in melee combat with it as it's laying on the ground still prone. The other one is moving quickly towards the group, but not in contact with anybody yet.
I'm going to rush over to that ghoul and engage in combat, swinging right for its head.
Okay. So you rush forward, take out to fight for this ghoul. I want you to roll to hit for me for this ghoul.
$23.
Alright, that'll hit. Now roll damage.
10.
Alright, so you skewer this thing right through its neck, and still alive, but definitely wounded.
Fuck. I'm gonna try and yank my rapier back out of its neck so I can swing again.
All right, do you have 2 attacks normally?
No, but I was gonna get ready to.
Okay, so yeah. All right, so your next turn. All right, Nito, you're up.
Okay. Is the ghoul still on Dran or
Yes.
on the ground? Okay.
Yes.
Nito is going to very sluggishly kind of just almost sleepwalk his way over there, rubbing his eyes and just unsheathing his short sword and just being like, look, I just want one night. I've been away from home for 3 days and I haven't had a single night of peace, and is just going to very angrily stab down at this ghoul.
All right, roll to hit. You have advantage because it is prone, by the way.
First one is a 14. Second one's a 14 to hit.
All right, that'll hit.
All right.
Damage.
7 damage.
All right. So you skewer this thing on the ground.
And then he'll look to...
It dies under the weight of your blade.
He sees all the other stuff, all the other ghouls kind of around, and he goes to prepare to knock an arrow, and he reaches back and he realizes that his quiver is empty. And he looks at Drian and goes, "Could you spare a stabby thing?"
I only have this. Sort of just like holds up his mace. Sorry. And then just like gestures at Inoki. He's full of stabby things, so.
I'm much better at that than what I just tried to do.
You just wasted a ghoul friend. You're doing great.
I just want to take a nap. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
And with that, we go to Alex's turn, as Alex uses his action, he uses movement to dash up towards the remaining ghoul, using his lay on hands for 5 hit points on Zala, and getting up to melee range with the last remaining ghoul. So that's 5 hit points to you, Zala.
If Zala was conscious, she'd be saying thank you to everyone.
And that'll bring us to Zala. You should be conscious by now with 3 plus the 5, so you should have about 8 hit points currently.
Zala looks around, disoriented from having just survived and been revived. But she does see the one remaining ghoul. How far away is it from Zala?
Currently about 20 feet.
Trident has, I believe, range of... I believe it's the same thing as a spear, so it has 10-foot range for melee, I think, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so Zala will move just 10 feet closer to it and stab it from a distance.
Okay.
From 10 feet, yeah.
Alright. And you can roll to hit.
Hold on 1 second, rolling right now. I have a +4, so because of the way my sheet is, it's not going to show the +4, but it is +4 to my armor.
So you kind of lay into this thing, blood splattering everywhere as it shrieks in pain. Still obviously having a little bit of fight left within it. As we reach Jameson, you're up.
How many ghouls are left?
1, and it's already been wounded.
I walk over and try and take it down.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's a 14 to hit.
Okay. You easily lay right into this thing. Damage?
16.
Alright. Can you describe how you take this thing down?
Ruthless efficiency. Jameson just walks over, puts the blade at the base of the creature's skull and just in one smooth motion decapitates it, knocks the head away a little bit, and gets his axe or his blade ready, and prepares to keep marching on.
The ghoul falls to the ground, headless, as no other enemies around you, and the fog starts to dissipate. You have done well. Prove yourself more. And the path opens up, and you can see the direct line of sight towards the castle.
All right, everyone up? Anyone die? Anyone dying? I can patch you up a little bit. I got no magic, but I learned first aid.
I think Zala's looking a little rough, but other than that, I think we're okay.
Zala, thanks. Still there?
All right, I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like that was the best this world's gonna throw at us. So I think we should get moving before it decides to encourage our exit.
Should we try to loot the ghouls? See if they have anything interesting that might explain where we are?
Are they all gooey?
They're definitely rotting.
Hey, if someone wants to, that's great. I'm gonna keep my hands out of there.
I will. I'm wearing gloves, so I don't mind touching them. Yeah. So Zala will, I guess, inspect the ghouls to see if they have anything of interest on them.
Give me an investigation check.
This I can actually do normally on D&D Beyond.
While that's going on, Nito, I'm going to ask around if anybody has any spare arrows that I could borrow.
I got an 11.
You managed to find 3 copper pieces in a decrepit-looking coin purse, and you also managed to find one of them is wearing holy vestments of the noble.
Perhaps that's someone who didn't prove their worth. Nito, to answer your question, I'll hold up one of my javelins. I'll also grab my javelin from the dead one. They're tiny and arrow-sized, but I cannot give... I kind of need to be touching it. But next time we're fighting, you let me know. And I think in the middle of things I might be able to help you out. I'm afraid if you were to carry this, it wouldn't be of much use to you as an arrow.
Nito just looks at Ziggy very confused.
Oh, you'll see.
Gives him like a quick finger gun and just walks away.
Ziggy finger guns back without missing a beat. Didn't read that right.
Can I inspect the decrepit coin purse to see if I see any identifying marks on it?
Sure. Give me another investigation check.
Six.
You just see a small tag on the inside that says Adela's General Goods on it. As you all are sitting there, collecting yourselves after the skirmish, the overwhelming sense of dread starts to kick in again.
We best get
As you
moving.
look forward,
Go.
you see that there's two paths now, where one only stood previously. One leading towards the left. You can faintly see what looks to be lantern light off in the distance in that direction. And then one that leads towards the right, which leads towards the castle. However, you do see that it crosses a bridge, and you can see a large hulking figure standing in front of the bridge.
Direct or indirect?
Well,
Only one way to go, right?
oh, there's two ways
There's,
to go, and
there's
that's
two
the
ways
problem.
to go. That way is we can continue to see the castle, but whatever that is in our way. And over there, potentially more other problems because there are lights over there. And it's
Right,
going in
right.
the direction of the castle that we can tell from this moment.
Right. I guess, sorry, what I meant was one direct way to go, but with a clearly large obstacle. But we've got some large people of our own, and I'll gesture at Nito and Jameson.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that a head-on assault is our best option to try and get past that guy on the bridge.
But we also don't have a lot of time.
Time.
If we don't get out of here, we will die here.
Do you know how much is not a lot?
Wish I did, friend.
Well, we need to make a choice.
I guess it's
Left or right?
sunrise.
That's the sunrise. All right. I'm happy to go along with whatever you all think is the best. I'll offer my full support either way.
Nito just says, whatever gets me back to bed fastest.
I'm gonna swear in
Zelda.
primordial. Does no one have an opinion?
Ooh,
I don't think I can take whatever that is on that bridge by myself. I don't.
Oh, no. We
that I
wouldn't send
can
you in
take it.
alone.
I don't
might.
think that we can take it all together
All right.
if
Well,
it's
then
that much bigger than us.
that leaves
I
the
think-
lights.
I think we could probably get past him if we're willing to make some sacrifices, and it would be the quickest way. But I don't know you guys enough to sacrifice my life for you.
Same.
So
It's a fair point.
I think we go the way of the lights.
That sounds good to me.
Yes, none of us should be sacrificing anything. That's not the right choice.
Yeah,
Alright.
Zella was favoring the direction of the lights.
Right.
Not to say that the direction of the lights is any safer. I mean, we're in a hellscape and there's light sources. Who's maintaining these lanterns? You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes peeled all the time.
All right. Let's make haste to the lights.
To the lights.
Is anyone particularly good at seeing?
No.
I'm
I've-
decent at it. I'm better in the water, but I'm decent at it.
I'm also decent at it. I have dark vision, 60 feet.
Dark vision, but my perception is no good.
My
We just
perception.
need someone to go up front to keep an eye out.
I'll do that. I have decent armor, decent health, and decent perception.
Alright.
So I guess I'm heading up front.
So you head up front, and you can hear the sounds of water lapping up against dirt. Sounds of crickets. The sounds of wind blowing through reeds. Drian, if you could give me an insight check, please, with advantage.
Very glad of that advantage. 22.
Nice.
Besides the ominous dread that has filled you since your encounter earlier, you strangely feel at home right now.
Oh, God.
Here.
What?
As you guys move closer towards the lights, you can see a small wooden shack up against the water. And an old man, cauldron-born by the look of him, with small spikes coming out of the back of his head, sitting on his rocking chair, lantern next to him. Drian, you instantly recognize that this is Quill.
Quill? Quill?
As you go to like shout out, like I'll cover your. I mean, it's too late, but I'll cover your mouth.
Quill looks up, looks around, then looks back down to the netting that he's unraveling.
Now, I'm no expert in hellscapes, but considering that we all had to come out of a door and got attacked by ghouls the moment we all stepped out from the place that we came, I don't think that's your friend.
You've got to think like a fae. That's an obvious trick.
Quiet.
Okay.
Dream,
We're gonna
inside
move
voice.
the hand.
Inside voice.
We're gonna move the hand. Inside voice. Nice and quiet. Move the hand.
Yep, and I remove my hand.
Okay. Obviously, that's not the Quill that I left. This Quill is much older. Apologize for calling out. I am just very confused.
We all are.
Can I see what kind of netting he's working on?
Sure. You want to get closer?
Yes,
Oy.
as quietly as I can.
Move quietly a little closer, and you can give me an investigation check, also with advantage.
Pen.
You see Quill working the ropes, trying to get everything undone. You can see that the netting itself looks matted and sopping wet from the swamp, but something's off. It's murky and muddy and covered. At a closer look, the longer you stare, you realize that it's not netting. As you see him undoing the knots, and it's squirming in his hand, and the wet slosh of what you thought was mud and red fluids dripping around his hand as he is undoing the knots of these intestines that are intertwined within each other. And you see him look up directly at you, grab his lantern, look you dead in the eye. You forgot your lantern. And the lights cut out, and it's pitch black.
Oh, crap.
Roll for initiative. Everyone has disadvantage. Unless you have anything that is tremor sense, or true sight, or devil sight.
Nope. And
I will once it's my turn. Heck.
okay.
Quill can't talk. Who is this?
Hey, not so bad.
Are we rolling initiative with disadvantage?
It's because of the lack of sight.
Yes, we are rolling initiative with disadvantage.
Dark vision doesn't get around that, does it?
No, no, unless you have tremor sense, blind sense, or infernal sight, or devil sight. Sorry.
Durian, you poor soul.
Right? I rolled a 2 and a
Sweet
1 for a
Jesus.
total of 0.
Oh my god.
I don't get to go. I rolled a, I can't believe I rolled a 0 on initiative.
Okay, even with disadvantage, I still rolled an 18.
Shit, Charla.
Well, look at you over there.
It almost got me killed the first time, being first initiative, so don't say that like it's a good thing.
You know your initiative,
8.
Durian?
0!
Jameson?
Friggin'.
12.
Ziggy?
6.
Inoki?
15.
Inoki?
15.
Zala?
18, actually.
Okay. And as you all are sitting there, surrounded by darkness, you feel the sounds and hear the smells of rotting flesh moving towards you all. Much slower, less aggressive, for more presences. But unable to see anything. And with that, Zala, you're up.
I have something I can do for this. Hang on one second. Let me just check. Would blind sight allow me to see the creatures in this case?
That is correct. Yes, it would.
All right. Zella slightly whispers, "Come out, come out, my dear." And her familiar and a blackish ink creature goes over her eyes, bonding to her. Her inkling familiar. Sharing its sight, and it does have blind sight of 60 feet.
Okay. You can see 6 zombies scattered around you. And it looks like they are walking around aimlessly, also unaware of your presences.
I whispered everyone what I see, saying there's 6 ghouls around us, but they don't seem. But can I investigate to see if they've noticed us?
It does not look like they've noticed you, and you can give me a stealth check on that whisper.
11. Yeah, 11. Yeah.
It doesn't look like the zombies notice you as you're able to convey what you saw in a whisper. And Jameson, you're up next as Zala whispers that to you. What do you do?
Okay, I have dark vision. I can't see anything, right?
That is correct. There is no light source to even base off of. Dark vision requires there to at least be some sort of light, but this is
Gotcha.
inky pitch blackness.
Uh,
It's not like a cave or a cavern. It's just like devoid of light.
Okay, I have a really stupid idea. I'm gonna actually double check with the group before I do it. I'm not even gonna worry about being quiet about it. One way or the other, they're gonna find me because I can't hide with a shit. Do you guys want me to light it up in here?
If you can, but I mean,
All right, I hold my the Justice of Erdaz into the air, and I speak its command word.
should we be covering our eyes for this?
It ignites in flames as zombies all shriek away as you can see their pale flesh illuminated by the light, searing under the presence of it. And it is within this second that you realize that these were not zombies, but decrepit, old, deteriorated vampires shrieking away from the light within you, but are blinded by the darkness around.
Great.
As you hold the flames aloft, the light seems to keep them at bay.
Okay, so they're staying out of the area. So I've created like an aura of fuck off.
Correct. You've created an aura of fuck off.
Excellent. Then I'll tell to the group. I was like, hey, you guys want to try and just move past them, or do we want to strike them down?
I think huddle up and see if they follow us.
All right. I'll step to the front of the pack, keeping everyone in my aura of fuck off, and keep the sword raised, and just hold my action to bonk the first motherfucker that steps up. We don't tie no vampires around here.
They're skirting at the edge of the light, angrily edging alongside as you create this small aura of fuck off, maneuvering through, and they are right there on the edge of the light the whole way. What do y'all do?
I guess we can take them out at range if they're not going to get close to us.
Hey, this, does that, like, last a certain amount of time? Do we know?
Not according to the item sheet. It lasts until I use a bonus action to speak the command word again, or until I drop it or sheath the sword. So as long as I don't drop it or say the command word again, we'll be good.
Don't do any of that.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to try something, I'll pop up on Nito's shoulder and sort of be like, okay, I'm gonna hold this javelin,